I did read that you were, speaking of your dad, that you were brought up in foster care.
Yes.
And I'm sure that everybody that has ever had you on their podcast has asked you about this.
And it's fine. I like talking about it. That's the power I have, right?
Hell yeah.
To talk about that shit.
I'm fascinated by this. Do you mind telling us a little bit about what it was like being raised in the system? How did that come to be?
That's
Is the system, is that the wrong way to say that?
No, you can say system. It's just funny when people go, so what was it like? It was like, it's my only experience, so I don't know. Like, I don't have anything to compare it to. I went in at the age of like 7, I think. Probably a little earlier because my mom, we had to go to like women and children's shelters and stuff. Because she didn't have a stable place to live. My dad was in and out of jail. When he was out, he was abusive, I guess, because, there was no gyms back then. No, too soon. Like, hey, you gotta get that workout somewhere.
No rumble boxing. Rumble boxing would have loved your dad. A lot of models at that rumble boxing class.
True. Oh man. I went in at 7. That was my first foster home. I lived with like this old ass woman named who was just. Oh, you gonna bleep out her name because I don't know if I can say her name.
Sure, but there are a lot of. I mean.
I know, but they'll find me eventually. They'll be like, this little motherfucker, she ain't dead yet. She was 78 when I lived there. I'm pretty sure she's still kicking.
Oh my gosh.
I'm pretty sure this lady was resilient.
Wow.
Like she was my height. She
what?
was yeah.
You're tall.
Yeah.
You're a tall drink of water.
Tall,
big girl.
Thank you. Big lady.
Wow.
Big lady.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'5".
Was she 6'5" or
she was at least like 6'3".
Oh my God.
She was big. She had a grip. Like, you running around the house, she grab you feel everything. She grabbed your shirt and some skin.
Damn.
Yeah.
Dude.
Wow.
Yeah. I lived with her for a little bit. And then let's paraphrase. I was in foster care for 14 years. I was in 15 different places, including group homes, family members, and different foster homes. I lived in DC. I mean, close to DC, Upper Marlboro, Maryland. Temple Hills, Maryland, Brandywine, which is a part of Pennsylvania, Scranton, PA, North Philly, South Philly, West Philly, Germantown, all over Philly, parts of New Jersey. I'm well-rounded, man.
Wow.
Well-rounded in the struggle, baby.
That's a nomadic lifestyle.
Yeah, but it got me comfortable with what comedy is. Comedy, you spend a lot of time by yourself. I'm used to that. A lot of the group homes I got in trouble, so they throw you in a room like this. No windows, it's padded. So you're in there. And
solitary.
Solitary. And you're in there for like hours. And they open the door, give you a little meal, and you back. So I'm used to that. I'm used to like being alone. Used to moving a lot. I think it made me a little bit tough because, comedy is tough. This industry is tough. You get a lot of no's, but I ain't never got yes. So I'm used to that shit.
Huh.
Yeah.
Dude, there's so many parallels to prison. Like, I can't help but think that. Just like
no, it is.
Like the system, you're getting put away by yourself. Like, getting toughened up and shit. It's like
that's
a crazy
when
thing.
I went to school, because I didn't start regular school, like public school, until like the end of middle school, high school. The whole time I went to group home schools, which is different. They don't really teach you anything. They give you some Uno cards. And go, yeah, this is English. And then you just play Uno for 2.5 hours. You watch movies. We were milking cows and shit. And then like milking cows, selling chicken eggs.
I did not expect that.
You milk cows, milk goats. One of my places in Devereaux Brandywine, it's called Devereaux Brandywine. They're famous for having Sylvester Stallone there when he was younger. He grew up there.
Oh, no way.
So they had bison, and we would like take care of the bison. The motherfuckers big and strong and dangerous.
Yeah.
You got to set up electrical fences for the bison and all that shit.
I love the idea of a group home, having a picture of Sly Stallone on the wall. Is it like a diner?
Yeah. It was like he went here. It was like, so that's so
famous residents include Rocky.
That's amazing.
Well, I didn't know that he was in foster care either.
Yep. Yeah.
Interesting.
You're amazingly presentable and well-adjusted and happy from what I have known.
Yeah.
Do you feel that you are that way in spite of your childhood, or was it not as bad? What did you enjoy it?
I'm that way in spite of my childhood because I made this decision early on. Like at the age of 16, I had the option to move back with my mom, right? My sister moved back with my mom. Both of my sisters moved back with my mom. She got her stuff together a little bit. She had got married and stuff like that. But when I seen their dynamic, I was like, they still have this like victim mentality. And I'm not. They would make her feel bad and she would make them feel bad and all that shit. So I always I made a choice to go, well, you can be a victim of your environment or you can be a product. And no one gives a fuck about the victim. Everybody wants to go, oh man, you came from what? Like they pat you on your back. A victim, let's go, all right, here's $2. Get the fuck out of here and then keep it moving. So I always wanted to be somebody who could own my upbringing and my misfortune. Cause I always felt bad growing up. Like I didn't tell nobody I was in foster care. People would be like, yo, every time you come, every month you got a new aunt. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, how big is your family?
You're embarrassed?
I was embarrassed.
Yeah.
And then as I got older, I was like, what the fuck I'm embarrassed for? I know people who live with their real family and they got it worse than me or just as bad. So I was just embraced it, wore it as a badge of honor, and then kept it moving.
You know, you mentioned the victim mentality, and it sounds like your somewhat adverse childhood circumstances have molded you into becoming a very positive person.
Yeah.
I grew up on the water in Maine.
Damn.
With yellow labs and canoes and a very nuclear family with loving parents.
Yeah.
In many ways, you might think that my idyllic circumstances actually hurt my chances of becoming a successful comedian.
Yeah.
I'm a victim because of how well my parents raised me.
I'm a victim of society. No, you're not.
I mean, they gave me everything. There was never an item on my Christmas list that was not under the tree. And for that, I am now, I don't have a Tonight Show credit.
I think that's a lot of people think tragedy does turn into art, but you can find other ways to be creative. You don't got to have a fucking shitty childhood to be funny. It's a natural thing. It's a worked on.
I mean, look at Trump, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at him.
Yeah, but you had a leg up on me.
I did? How? You had all the legs up.
I would have traded places.
I would have definitely.
I only had one aunt. Yeah, people. It was a little too easy.
This is really
for
funny.
me.
Poor Monroe, dude. He was being forced to do child labor that was disguised as chores. They're yeah, go set up the fence for the bison.
Yeah.
Francis is I'd give anything to trade with you.
Well, not for nothing. I do hear a lot of parallels to my own life. I mean, you mentioned having to go milk cows at the foster home. I remember at my private school, we went and visited an Amish community, and I
hate this.
It was like a field trip.
Yeah,
and I remember watching them milk cows, so I learned.
You're oh, this is how you do it? This is what I'm paying you for?
Yeah, you and me, same thing.
I get it. And that's all it takes, man. It's the experience.
That's really funny, dude.
Curious still about the foster care thing. Have you, let's not say reconciled, but are you still in touch with your parents to this day?
I still talk to my mom. I don't talk to my dad. I talk to my mom. It isn't the same, though. I will say the only thing that sucks is me and my mom don't have a mother-son relationship. Mm-hmm. We have a good relationship, but a mother-son relationship is somebody you can call on. You can call your mom and be like, hey, mom, this is how it's going, blah, blah. She gives you some words of wisdom. I'm that for my mom. Oh. I am things will work out, get yourself together, get on your feet. I'm that for most of my family. Mm-hmm. So that's the relationship with my mom. We still talk. She slides in my DM because she thinks every fucking Insta story is directed to her. I'm like, hey, what's up, y'all? Hey, baby, what you doing? I was like, get the fuck out my DMs, yo.
Get it.
Yeah. That's how I used to feel when I watched Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. I thought he was speaking to me.
She's like, oh my God, I am having a beautiful day.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful fucking day.
I would actually speak out loud to the TV.
You're like, what's up?
Crazy person.
That documentary was really good, by the way.
Yeah.
Nah, he was the last nice person. He was the last fucking
He was certainly the last adult who could interact with children without people being worried about it.
And there was always something in the back of our minds yo, does he got some bodies? He be touching little kids. And it's like, nah, he didn't. He's like, fuck.
He's just a great guy.
He's a great
dude.
guy.
He weighed the same weight every single day for like his entire life.
Oh, because he threw up. He was a bulimic.
really?
Nah, I'm just making shit up. It was rather than
No, he would go swimming, and afterward he would weigh himself.
Yeah.
And he weighed the same exact weight every single day.
Wow.
Dude, that's crazy.
That's weird.
Yeah.
My weight fluctuates 6 pounds with every shit I take. I
Dude.
don't. So that's great that you. Sorry.
Could you ask me about my dad?
Yeah, I was gonna keep going.
My
with that.
dad, I don't fuck with him. I did. I
You
tried
did for
to.
a bit, right?
I did.
remember.
We were working towards something, and then it got weird. You know what I mean? He started telling me what I should do and shouldn't say on stage and all that shit, and I'm just like, who the fuck are you? Like I said, I was like, all right, dude, I'm not talking to you no more. Like, you know, he was trying to get back with my mom, and my mom isn't the stable. She doesn't have like a stable life. And it's just like, you're a predator. You're preying on her. Like, nobody who wants y'all niggas to get back together. It wasn't like y'all made hits. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, can't wait till they tour again, the reunion tour. It's like, no, y'all was shitty together. Y'all didn't fucking work out.
That's a great man.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
Y'all didn't make it. Y'all suck. Just let it go. Yeah.
Is he in and out of being incarcerated still?
No,
or?
he got his shit together, man. He got a decent job. He was in school working on like some degree, psychology. They always do that shit.
Mm-hmm.
At least from like I don't know. You didn't grow up with like shit like that, but like every dude I knew who got out of jail, they're like, yeah, man, I'm going to school and get my psychology degree. It's like, oh, word? Really? That's what you're going to do?
Yeah. Well, for
You're gonna learn
contrast,
how to. Yeah, it's like no.
What I will say is that when I was at Harvard, and I was, all the dumb jocks majored in psychology.
Yeah.
It was the easy major, so I know
It's the
exactly what you're talking
pussy-getting
about.
Major.
Yeah, right.
It's you know, and I'm about our brains, and it's like, no, you're not. You're trying to get ass. I know what you're doing, Dad.
Yeah.
You're trying to get some pussy.
That's exactly right.
He was dating somebody. My sister, she went to go visit him a bunch of times. She was like, oh, you know, he got a nice little apartment and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Yeah.
Are you close with your sisters?
Yeah. Mia, there's one sister who's like a year younger than me. Me and her are super cool and close. And then I got another sister who's 10 years younger than me.
Wow.
And she treats me like I'm like an elder. So it's really not, I can't really be like, hey, what's up? And shoot the shit with her. Cause then she's like always like, oh, you're about to tell me what to do. And I'm like, no, I'm not. Fucking live your life. Just don't be a shitty person.
Right.
So there's that age gap that keeps us kind of separate.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. So go ahead.
No, I was gonna say. So you're married now.
Married like a motherfucker.
It's been what, 2 years or something?
It's been a full year. We got married in October. We had our reception in April.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what is her family like?
Her family is very small. It's just her dad and her brother. Her mom passed away when she was younger. And she doesn't really fuck with like a lot of people in her family. So she got like friends and shit that she really considers like cousins and stuff. So it's real immediate. It's like 5 people. It's like a little gang.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's interesting. You guys just kind of have that in common, I guess.
Yeah, you know, she also protects me too. She was like, hey, don't let too many people in. Like, cause I'm like, you know me, I talk to everybody. I'm like, hey, yeah, we're at this bar. We got 2 hours. What's up? How's your life? And she's not like that. She's like, nah.
You are one of the warmest people I've met in this business.
Because you have to be. Well, you don't have to be. I just feel like you have a more pleasurable experience. Sure. If you just move with ease.
I think
or try to move with ease. I get in trouble a lot. I got anger issues and shit. But I try to just keep it like, hey, what's up? And move around.
Interesting.